get ready to have your minds blown, because today, we're not just predicting the future.
We are preparing you to dominate it.
We're diving deep into the top 10 technologies for 2025 report.
Your insider's guide to future-proofing your career.
And let me tell you...
This isn't your typical dry analysis.
No.
This report reads more like a career playbook.
It does.
Complete with salary expectations.
Ooh.
And the skills you need to succeed.
Okay, so let's unpack this.
Yeah.
Remember when quantum computing was just for Star Trek?
Right.
This report says it's about to be your 9 to 5.
It is.
And a very well-paying one at that.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking 6-figure salaries
Right.
for knowing how to wrangle qubits.
It's true.
Time to ditch those dilithium crystals and pick up Python.
The salaries mentioned are definitely impressive.
Yeah.
But what I found really fascinating
Yeah.
was the report's emphasis on practical skills over formal qualifications.
Interesting.
It's not just about what you know in theory,
Right.
but what you can actually do with these technologies.
So you're probably wondering,
Right.
do I need a PhD to code a self-driving car?
Yeah.
Well, here's the surprising thing.
Look at that.
They keep emphasizing hands-on experience
Right.
and practical skills as the real keys to landing these high-paying jobs.
Absolutely.
So experience over a piece of paper.
It seems that way.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and what I thought was really intriguing
Yeah.
is how these tech fields are no longer operating in silos.
Interesting.
They're blurring,
Okay.
intertwining,
Right.
creating a need for professionals who can work across disciplines.
Okay, so it's like a blending of all these different fields.
Exactly.
So you got to wear many hats.
You do.
It's like, imagine AI-powered robots using 5G to perform complex surgeries with the precision of a master surgeon.
Right.
It's all connected.
Exactly. The most sought-after professionals in 2025 and beyond will be those who can connect the dots,
Yeah?
who can combine expertise in, say, AI and blockchain to create something truly innovative.
Okay, so speaking of AI, let's dive into that first, shall we?
Let's do it.
This report makes it clear.
Okay.
AI and machine learning are more than just buzzwords.
Absolutely.
These are things that are happening right now as we speak.
Think self-driving cars navigating our streets,
Yeah.
personalized medicine tailored to your unique genetic makeup.
Wow.
Even AI assistants helping you write that novel you've always dreamt of.
I mean, this is stuff we've always talked about, like, way in the future,
Right.
but it's happening right now.
It's happening now.
And get this.
What's that?
The report emphasizes that it's not about robots replacing us.
Okay.
It's about working with intelligent systems to solve complex problems.
Precisely.
So we're working hand in hand with robots and AI
That's right.
to improve our lives.
And for those who can bridge that gap between humans and machines,
Yeah.
the rewards are significant.
Okay.
We're talking about AML engineers commanding impressive salaries,
Okay.
some exceeding $200,000.
Oh, and now you're speaking my language. But what about the skills?
So,
What do you need to break into this field?
well, the report highlights Python as the go-to programming language,
Python?
along with deep learning frameworks like TensorFlow and Keras.
So if you want to be an AI whisperer,
Right!
you gotta learn the lingo of these tools.
You do.
You gotta speak their language.
Okay.
Now brace yourself for a trip to the final frontier, because next up is quantum computing.
Oh, boy.
I'll admit, even for a tech enthusiast like me,
Yeah.
this one sounds a little intimidating.
Yeah, it's a little out there.
It's like something straight out of Star Trek.
It is.
But instead of spaceships, we're talking about what exactly?
Well, think of it this way.
Okay.
Remember those old light switches?
Yeah.
Either on or off?
Yeah.
Those are like bits in classical computing,
Okay.
representing 0 or 1.
Okay.
Now imagine a dimmer switch. That's a qubit,
Quit.
the building block of quantum computing.
So instead of just on or off, they can be somewhere in between.
You got it. This in-between state lets quantum computers explore many possibilities simultaneously,
Wow.
giving them the potential to tackle problems that would take classical computers billions of years to solve.
Okay, that's pretty mind-blowing.
It is.
But what can we actually do with this power?
Imagine cracking the codes that protect our most sensitive data,
Okay.
designing life-saving drugs with pinpoint accuracy,
Wow.
or revolutionizing material science to create entirely new materials.
Now that's what I call a career upgrade.
Yeah, it's a big one.
So if someone wants to warp speed into this field, what skills should they beam up?
Well, the report highlights Qiskit,
Qiskit.
an open-source quantum software development kit from IBM,
Okay.
as well as,
Don't tell me.
you guessed it,
Python.
Python.
Or
A solid grasp of quantum algorithms is essential too,
okay.
which is a whole other thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a very challenging but incredibly rewarding path.
Very much so.
Now, from the mind-bending to the potentially world-changing, let's talk about blockchain and DeFi.
Right.
And before anyone tunes out thinking cryptocurrency, let me assure you,
Yeah.
this report makes it clear that blockchain is about so much more.
It really is.
It's more than just a buzzword.
Think of blockchain as a digital record keeper.
Okay,
But instead of a single company or government controlling it,
right.
it's distributed across a network of computers,
Okay.
making it incredibly secure
Yeah.
and transparent.
Okay. Give us a real-world example.
Okay, fine.
Make it tangible.
Imagine tracking your food from the farm to your table,
Okay.
knowing with absolute certainty that it's organic and ethically sourced.
Wow.
Or picture this: secure voting systems, where every vote is recorded on an immutable ledger,
Okay.
eliminating the possibility of fraud.
Wow.
That's the power of blockchain.
Okay, I'm starting to see the potential here.
Yeah.
What about DeFi? What's the connection?
DeFi, or decentralized finance,
Okay.
leverages blockchain to create a financial system that's open and accessible to everyone,
Okay.
without the need for traditional banks.
So it's like cutting out the middleman in the financial world.
Exactly.
Okay.
And with that comes a whole new set of opportunities for tech-savvy individuals.
And who are the masterminds behind this decentralized revolution? What kind of job titles we're talking about?
We're talking about blockchain developers,
Okay.
smart contract developers,
Right.
those who write the code that governs these transactions on the blockchain.
And how's the earning potential looking in this brave new financial world?
Let's just say the smart contract developers are highly sought after,
Okay.
with some earning upwards of $170,000.
Okay, time to brush up on my coding skills.
Right.
And what about the platforms?
Yeah.
If blockchain is the internet, what are the Googles and Amazons of this space?
Well, the report highlights Ethereum,
Ethereum, I've heard of that.
known for its smart contract functionality,
Okay.
and Hyperledger,
Hyperledger.
an open-source collaborative effort focused on enterprise blockchain solutions.
All right, listeners, it's time to ditch that dial-up connection because we're moving on to the lightning-fast world of 5G and next-generation connectivity.
Here we go.
This is where the digital and physical worlds truly begin to converge,
Yes!
opening up a universe of possibilities.
That's right.
Ever get frustrated by videos buffering at the worst possible moment?
Ugh, the worst.
Say goodbye to lag.
Yes.
And hello to the future of seamless streaming, instant downloads, and truly smart
I
cities.
can't wait.
This is going to be amazing.
And it's not just about speed.
Okay.
This increased bandwidth and responsiveness pave the way for a world where billions of devices can communicate with each other
Oh.
in real time, seamlessly and efficiently.
It's what enables the Internet of Things to truly take off right.
Exactly.
We're talking smart homes that anticipate our needs.
Yes.
Factories that optimize themselves. And
Right.
cities that manage traffic flow with incredible efficiency.
Precisely.
I mean, it's really incredible stuff.
It is.
And this interconnected web of devices relies on a robust and reliable network infrastructure,
It does.
creating a demand for skilled professionals in the field.
That's right.
So for those who dream of building the infrastructure of this hyper-connected future, where do they even begin?
Well, the report emphasizes RF engineering,
Okay.
which is all about understanding radio frequencies used for wireless communication
Okay.
and network architecture,
Right.
designing the intricate web that connects everything and everyone.
It's like being an architect, but instead of buildings, you're designing the digital highways of the future.
A very apt analogy.
And speaking of designing the future,
Sure.
have you ever dreamed of stepping into a video game or designing a building in 3D right before your eyes?
Who haven't?
Well, get ready, because next we're diving into the immersive world of extended reality.
Let's get real about virtual reality.
Let's do it.
Extended reality, or XR,
Okay.
encompasses virtual reality,
VR.
augmented reality,
AR.
and mixed reality,
Yeah.
each offering unique experiences and opportunities.
Okay, break that down for us.
Okay.
What are the key differences?
Imagine VR as fully immersing yourself in a digital environment,
Oh,
like putting on a headset and being transported to a tropical beach.
sign me up.
Right.
Yeah.
AR, on the other hand, overlays digital elements onto the real world.
Okay.
Think Pokemon Go characters popping up on your phone screen as you're walking down the street.
Okay. I've definitely experienced that firsthand.
Right.
What about mixed reality?
Mixed reality blends the digital and physical worlds even further,
Okay.
allowing you to interact with both in real time.
Interesting.
Imagine surgeons using MR headsets to see inside a patient's body during surgery,
Wow.
or architects manipulating 3D building models in real space.
This technology has the potential to revolutionize so many industries.
Absolutely, from gaming and entertainment to healthcare and education.
Wow. The possibilities for XR are virtually limitless.
And with that comes a demand for skilled professionals who can create these immersive experiences.
Of course, because somebody has to design all this stuff.
Exactly.
This is incredible.
It is pretty amazing.
I mean, we're talking about stuff we used to just see in movies.
Right.
And now it's like right at our fingertips.
Yeah, it's becoming reality.
This is really cool stuff.
It is.
I'm very excited about this.
Me too.
Speaking of limitless potential, don't tell me, are robots coming for our jobs? Just kidding. Sort of.
Let's address the elephant, or should we say the robot in the room.
Okay.
This report highlights robotics and automation.
Right.
But it's not about replacement.
Okay.
It's about collaboration.
So not humans versus robots,
Right.
but humans with robots.
Exactly. Think robots doing dangerous, repetitive tasks,
Right.
freeing us up for
Yeah.
creative, strategic thinking.
Okay.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
So what are some unexpected applications beyond factories and assembly lines?
We're talking robotic surgery with incredible precision.
Wow.
The robots assisting with disaster relief in hazardous environments.
Okay.
Even robots revolutionizing agriculture, planting, tending, and harvesting crops with incredible efficiency.
Okay, those are some seriously cool applications.
They are.
But as they say, with great technological power comes a great need for cybersecurity.
Speaking of responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about cybersecurity and privacy tech.
Okay.
As we rely more on technology,
Right.
cybersecurity professionals become the guardians of our digital world.
They do.
They protect our data, our privacy, and critical infrastructure from evolving cyber attacks.
Yeah, they're like the digital superheroes we never knew we needed.
Right.
Yeah.
And the threats are getting more complex, right?
They are.
From sophisticated phishing scams designed to steal your information
Right.
to ransomware attacks that can cripple entire organizations.
Wow.
The need for skilled cybersecurity professionals is more critical than ever.
I bet.
And let's not forget about privacy in our data-driven world.
Right, because that's a big concern these days.
It is a big one.
With everybody worried about their data and what's happening with it.
Absolutely. This report highlights technologies like data anonymization,
Okay.
protecting sensitive information,
Right.
and encryption,
Yeah.
scrambling data to make it unreadable without the proper key.
Okay.
It's about finding that balance between leveraging data and respecting individual privacy.
So for those passionate about protecting our digital lives, what are the key roles in this field?
Cybersecurity analysts are like digital detectives,
Okay.
investigating breaches and identifying vulnerabilities.
So they're the ones that come in after there's been an attack.
They're the ones piecing together the clues after a cyber attack.
Okay.
Then there are security engineers, the architects of our digital fortresses,
I like that.
designing and implementing security systems to keep the bad guys out.
And let's not forget the big boss of cybersecurity, the CISO.
Of course, the Chief Information Security Officer is like the general of the digital army,
Right.
responsible for the overall security strategy of an organization.
Yeah. Big job.
A very important one. And the report highlights their expertise is highly valued,
I bet.
with some CISOs earning upwards of $250,000.
Wow. Talk about a high-stakes, high-reward career.
That's right.
Speaking of which, let's talk about something we all dream about. Self-driving cars.
Right.
From science fiction to reality, autonomous vehicles are no longer a futuristic fantasy.
It's true.
They're rapidly approaching the mainstream.
Very rapidly.
Who hasn't dreamed of their car driving itself while they catch up on emails, read a book, or even take a nap?
Or watch a movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
That would be amazing.
Especially with traffic these days.
Oh, tell me about it.
And it's not just about convenience.
Okay.
Self-driving cars have the potential to make our roads significantly safer
Okay.
by eliminating human error,
That's a big one.
which is a major factor in most accidents.
That's very true.
Not to mention the potential for reducing traffic congestion and improving fuel efficiency.
Okay.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, it really is.
And while we often think of self-driving cars,
Right.
this report highlights the rise of autonomous trucks,
Okay.
delivery drones,
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
and even self-piloting ships.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
It's incredible how this technology is set to revolutionize not just personal transportation, but entire industries.
absolutely.
But let's not forget the brains behind the wheel, or rather the code.
Exactly. Behind every self-driving vehicle is a team of brilliant minds. Software developers, engineers, data scientists,
Yeah.
teaching machines to perceive the world and make split-second decisions.
Wow.
These are the unsung heroes of the autonomous revolution,
They are.
and their skills are in high demand.
It sounds like a pretty sweet gig if you can land it.
For sure.
Speaking of high tech, let's shift gears to a concept that might sound a little abstract. Edge computing.
Okay.
I'll admit, I don't really understand this one that well.
Imagine this. Instead of sending all your data to a far-off data center,
Okay.
which can be slow,
Yeah.
you process it right there on your device
Okay.
instantly.
Wow.
That's the power of edge computing.
So it's about bringing the power of the cloud closer to where the action is.
You got it.
Okay.
This reduces lag time significantly,
Okay.
making everything from smart homes to self-driving cars respond in real time.
Give us some concrete examples.
Okay.
How is this going to change our lives?
Imagine smart homes that anticipate your needs before you even voice them.
Okay.
Factories where machines communicate and adjust operations on the fly.
Wow.
And self-driving cars that make split-second decisions without missing a beat.
Wow.
That's the power of edge computing.
Okay, I'm convinced edge computing is the future.
It's going to be big.
But who are the masterminds behind this decentralized data revolution? What kind of skills do you need to thrive in this world?
We're talking about a new breed of tech professionals like edge computing engineers
Okay.
who specialize in designing and implementing these distributed computing systems.
Okay.
And it's not about replacing the cloud,
Okay.
but rather complementing it.
So it's a hybrid approach.
Exactly.
With the cloud handling massive data storage and processing, and the edge taking care of real-time localized tasks.
Exactly. And that means skills in both cloud computing and edge computing will be incredibly valuable.
Yeah, so you need to know both.
You do.
Let's not forget the Internet of Things, IoT developers connecting all those devices and sensors at the edge.
Right. All those smart devices.
Yeah.
All that data.
It sounds like edge computing is creating a wave of opportunities for those ready to ride it.
Absolutely.
But now let's dive into a field that's literally rewriting the code of life itself, genomics and biotechnology.
Here we go.
This is like next level stuff.
This field is advancing at an incredible pace, fueled by breakthroughs in gene editing technologies like CRISPR.
CRISPR, I've heard of that.
Imagine having the ability to target and modify DNA with incredible precision,
Wow.
like editing a sentence in a document.
So we're talking about editing the very building blocks of life here.
We are.
What are the real-world implications of this technology? What can we actually do with it?
The possibilities are astounding.
Okay.
Imagine curing genetic diseases,
Okay.
developing highly effective, personalized treatments for diseases like cancer,
Wow.
or even enhancing crops to be more resistant to disease and drought.
It's mind-blowing to think about the potential here.
It is.
But with such incredible power comes.
A responsibility to use it wisely and ethically.
Exactly. We need to ask ourselves, who gets to decide how these technologies are used?
It's a big question.
It is.
What are the potential unintended consequences? These are questions we need to be asking as we venture into this uncharted territory.
For sure.
Those working in this field have a responsibility to not only advance science,
Right.
but to do so ethically and responsibly.
So for those fascinated by the intricacies of life and want to be at the forefront of this scientific revolution, where do they even begin?
Bioinformatics scientists are using their computational skills to analyze massive amounts of biological data, unlocking the secrets hidden within our DNA.
So they're like the code breakers of the human body.
In a way, yes.
And their expertise is in high demand.
Very much so.
It sounds like a career path with endless possibilities.
Absolutely. And don't forget, many of these fields intersect and intertwine.
Right.
The future belongs to those who can combine expertise from different disciplines.
It's all connected. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah.
From AI-powered robots to self-driving cars to the mind-blowing world of genomics.
It's a lot.
If you're feeling even a fraction as excited and maybe a little overwhelmed as I am, you're in the right place.
It's information overload,
It is.
but in a good way.
But remember, this report isn't just about throwing information at you.
Right.
It's about empowering you to take action
Exactly.
and create your own future.
That's what we want.
Because knowing about these technologies is one thing,
Right.
but actually doing something with that knowledge, that's where the real magic happens. It's like having a self-driving car, but never taking it out of the garage.
Right. What's the point?
What's the
Be
point?
the point.
You got to drive it.
Love that analogy. So for our listeners who are fired up and ready to hit the gas on their future,
Yeah.
what are some concrete steps they can take today to get started?
Well, this report is a goldmine of resources.
Okay.
It recommends specific books for those who want to dive deeper,
Doc.
online courses to gain practical skills,
Oh, nice.
and even vibrant online communities where you can connect with like-minded people and learn from experts.
It's like they've given us a roadmap to the future, complete with rest stops for refueling our brains.
Exactly.
One resource I always recommend is GitHub.
Oh, yeah.
Have you explored that platform?
Absolutely. GitHub is like a giant global coding jam session
It is.
where you can collaborate on open source projects, showcase your skills, and learn from some of the brightest minds out there.
Very cool.
It's an invaluable resource for anyone interested in a tech career.
And while you're building your technical skills?
Yeah. Don't forget to stay curious.
Yes.
Keep up with the latest developments by reading blogs, listening to podcasts like this one,
Of course.
and even attending industry events.
Definitely.
It's all about being a lifelong learner, constantly adapting and evolving as technology does the same.
The most valuable skill in this rapidly changing world isn't just technical expertise.
Right.
It's the ability to learn, adapt, and solve problems in creative and innovative ways.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the future of technology,
Yes.
I have one final question for our listeners.
Okay.
Think about all the incredible advancements we've discussed today.
It's a lot.
From AI-powered robots
Right.
to personalized medicine to the power to reshape life itself through genomics.
It's amazing.
What excites you the most about this future?
It's an exciting time to be alive.
It really is.
That's for sure.
And that's a wrap on this episode of The Deep Dive.
It was a good one.
Thanks for joining us, and until next time, keep